Looks like once again the heat, and in fact tomorrow we may be even a little bit hotter than what we've seen so far this summer. Incredibly, an excessive heat warning is in effect for all the hot pink shaded areas. This is for a feels like temperature up to about 114. We did get up to about 110 today. So tomorrow 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. take those usual heat precautions and just take them maybe a little bit more seriously tomorrow, because it does look like it might even feel a little bit hotter than, again, what we've seen so far. Now we're at 85 in New Orleans, some 70s farther north of the lake. And checking out our feels like temperatures, oh my, still 100 at the lakefront and at Baton Rouge. Other spots feeling like up to upper 90s. Tomorrow, we're looking for temperatures around 93, close to our high for today. But the big thing is this really muggy air mass, making it feel like 110, probably pretty easily for spots in the afternoon. We do at least have a chance for some scattered rain, and it looks like a pretty typical week ahead into the 4th of July. The rain may be a little bit scarcer, though, and that may let our temperatures go up a little bit more. We'll talk about that in a minute. Getting back, though, to our big hurricane tropical news of today. First hurricane has formed in the Atlantic. This is Beryl, and it's way out here. It's a pretty small, pretty compact storm, but it is strengthening already. It's jumped 10 miles per hour for maximum sustained winds since it officially formed at 4 p.m. We're expecting it to not have much hindering its strengthening in this part of the Atlantic. Not a lot of shear, very warm water. That means it could pretty quickly become potentially a Category 3. That would make it our first major hurricane, as well as our first hurricane of this season. It will reach the southern Lesser Antilles sometime late tomorrow or Monday, and then it continues across the Caribbean Sea. Now, as I pointed out before, this is very far out. We have all week to watch this, because it won't be until late Thursday or maybe Friday that it's even in this part of the Western Caribbean, somewhere near Yucatan, something like that. So several days for us to keep an eye on this system and determine where eventually it will head. But it's kind of interesting to see some of the trends. First of all, with it potentially weakening as it moves into the central and western Caribbean. That would be these brighter colors here showing that increasing wind shear, which might knock it down and make it weaken at least a little bit. Also, looking at our tropical models, this is going out pretty far here, but they're in pretty decent consensus, bringing it farther to the south, somewhere around Yucatan, and then keeping it generally southwestern or western Gulf of Mexico. We will see. It is way too far out to say for certain, but this would be because of a persistent high pressure just kind of continuing to direct it potentially out to the west, almost like these past several storms have gone over into Mexico, as opposed to being able to get the chance to go north toward the Gulf Coast. So this is all tentative. Again, we're talking about next weekend. So this will be a while that we're talking about these systems. I wanted to show you also, though, there's another system coming right behind Beryl. This one has a high chance of developing in the next week. The next name on the list is Chris, and then Debbie. And there is still actually a small area that we're watching right over Yucatan right now. This one expected to move into Mexico, and that one has a medium chance of developing into a storm or depression only in the next couple of days. So tracking it, you can see by the end of the week, we might have two systems in the Caribbean. Both may kind of take this more westward movement, but it does look like, if you're wondering when will it be around Yucatan and the southern Gulf, at least in that general area, this wouldn't be until next weekend. So long time to watch it. We will keep you updated, but we still continue with a big high pressure over us. So that will keep us hot this week. We'll still have a few daily storms, but it will ride that ridge and maybe continue on that more western track over the next several days. So for now, no short-term impacts for the Gulf Coast. We will continue to watch it and keep you updated, but I would just plan on a lot of heat and maybe a few daily showers and storms into the 4th of July and beyond. Well,